Okay, I was staying in Dubai for a few years. I was working there, so my friend's girlfriend used to call me Kanji man. So I used to counter that argument saying I have more swag than your boyfriend. So like it became a portmanteau of those two words. So that's how it came into being. It's a weird story, but nonetheless funny. I give the same answer as I gave to you. Basically, I've lived all my life in Karachi, and in Pakistan, if you have any sort of physical, I won't call it deformity, but like if you lack somewhere, that basically becomes your nickname. Like for example, if somebody limps, so he becomes Shahid Langra. And if somebody's got squint, so they call him Ali Kana, so that becomes their nickname. So people tend to make jokes about of any shortcomings that you have physical. So I had receding hairline for a long time, and I knew in the line of work that I am, people would attack me because when someone has no argument left, they attack you personally. So before they make fun of my baldness, I make fun of myself, so they have nothing to say more. I am not trained for anything. In fact, I don't even write scripts. This is something I'm not trained for. This is something that comes naturally. Humor runs in the family, and I tend to say it. And a lot of people don't believe me, but like I'm the least funniest person in my own family, and so wit is something that's in the blood. Being sarcastic, and so I got trained. Like we're a large family, we're half a dozen siblings, so it was always a battle of who's the wittiest of them all. So basically I got trained there, but other than that I'm not formally trained for any sort of performing arts of that nature. No, not at all. Oscar Wilde once said, if you want to speak the truth, make sure you make people laugh, otherwise they'll kill you. And I personally enjoy comedy that has a lesson in it of some sort. If I'm learning something, if I'm taking something out of it. I mean, otherwise the comedies left is Mr. Bean or Charlie Chaplin, where you slip on a banana peel. It's not funny anymore. When you it's funny for a certain age, but like when you grow up, you need something. And all the comedies that I've personally followed and liked always had this style where they were educating something, being funny at the same time. So that's what I had personally liked, and this is how I judge my audience. If I like something, I mean, like I have to like it first before I shove it down other people's throat. It's like I need to believe in myself or my work before I project it to other people, and naturally it evolved into more of rants. I mean, I used to make simple skits, and then like naturally when the following started to grow more and more, I mean like how Uncle Ben says, with great powers come great responsibility. So I naturally felt that it's my obligation towards people if I am able to teach something. Not that I'm a teacher or I'm a learned person of that sort. I mean, whatever I've learned from my life, if there's something I can transfer it to the upcoming generation, so they don't end up making the same mistakes that I did. I mean, this is how you evolve basically. So I took it as a social cause to educate people, to talk about issues that people don't talk about, or like to basically create an environment where we can debate like normal people do, rather than just cussing each other and calling you a chore or I'm a chore, or like how if you see comments of different newspapers, what people are doing, they don't have rational arguments, they just talk about like they do personal attacks on each other. So basically it's just an attempt to create an environment where people start thinking by themselves, and have their own thought process rather than believing in what they've been fed to all the time. I'm not like if there's one regret that I have is that I haven't been a reader. I mean, the culture was there at my household, but I was busy playing Super Mario and saving the princess from the dragon. I was more into that, and then naturally, once I grew older, I started to feel that deficiency. Whatever I've learned through movies, I've learned through articles, I've learned through what I read on internet. So yeah, I really, and then, like, you know, once you start working, then you don't have enough time. I mean, like, there's always time for things if you really, really want it, but then you know, people like us are like super lazy, and we find reasons not to do things that we should be doing. Now that fortunately I'm not in that 9 to 5 cycle, so I have time in my hands, and like my work is not as you know, challenging as it used to be to wake up every morning and you know, getting stuck in traffic. I have a lot of freedom now, and like freedom to move around. So I have started. I'm a new reader. I've read a few books in the past few months, and I'm trying to cultivate the habit, not within myself but among other people as well. So this is basically a result of that. See, the Snapchat and all, I mean, this is the requirement. I'm not much of a selfie person. You will never find a selfie of mine, you know, like how some guys take. I can't do that. I can't face myself. I can't watch my own videos. I can't hear my own voice like most people can't. I'm just doing it because it's the need of the hour, and you know, you have to keep up with all these apps and in order to reach out to your audience. Speaking about how the idea got to me that I need to speak about certain things is because not only for the fact that my own audience was growing, but also I used to monitor internet. I used to go on different pages and see the comment section, and the way some people were so wild towards each other, and like they had no sense of argument. Like, for instance, like you know, the entire Malala history, like, story, even till this day. I mean, right before coming here, I was just going through one of the comments post. She has a picture with Priyanka Chopra, and people are not debating like they should. They're like calling her names, and she's what, just 17-18-year-old girl, and some like a lot of people in Pakistan are assuming that, oh, one day she's gonna be our prime minister and she's gonna ruin her country. Well, I mean, she's just one girl. You're like 200 million people, so like if that's going to happen, then the problem is you, not her. So like, you know, seeing all these things, how people were like not properly talking to each other, and like not having logical debates, and just, you know, being cussing each other, and I mean, so that really instigated that, you know, somebody needs to teach them. And again, I'm not saying I come from a higher point, that you know, I'm some sort of what you may call it, not an expert on anything. It's just that, you know, I try to propagate my opinion. Okay, this is my opinion. You can think this way as well. If you like it, fine. If you don't like it, I respect that as well. So yeah, I mean, like, it's basically an evolution of how you start and how things around you start to shape up, and then you naturally evolve into, you know, different ventures. So it was just natural evolution, I would say. How I see myself evolve, I think I'm not the right person to say that. I think I'm gonna be very political about it. जैसे वो कहते हैं ना कि हमारे वोटर हमें वोट देते हैं, so like we don't have, people say that for us. I don't have to say anything. So naturally, if I have accumulated a good number of people around me who likes me, who like my work, who look up to me, it's a good feeling. I feel useful. I feel like I'm putting my efforts in the right direction. If it's affecting people's life in a positive way, so why not? Okay, a lot of people say कि यार ये तो बिस्तर पे बैठ के वीडियोस बनाता है, and like यहाँ से बैठ के ये पैसे कमा रहा है, एज इफ लाइक आई मीन as long as it's hard earned money, as long as it's legit, I don't see the problem. I mean, we would rather have people जो मुल्क लूट के खा जाएं, पूरे पूरे शहर बेच के खा जाएं, उनको तो ये वोट देते हैं, उनको कंधों पे बिठा के नचाते हैं. बट लाइक ऑन द अदर हैंड I have found a way where I can make money from my bed. So लोगों को तो बल्कि उल्टा मुझसे पूछना चाहिए how do you do it, हमने भी ये करना है, बट कोई नहीं पूछता. Nobody is interested in that because उसमें मेहनत है ना. मेहनत तो हमें करनी नहीं है. गालियाँ देना आसान है, बातें बनाना आसान है, ये करना बड़ा आसान है. दूसरा ये कि सेल्फ़ी वीडियोस बिकॉज मुझे एडिटिंग इतनी ख़ास कोई आती नहीं है, तो वो मेरे लिए हमेशा एक प्रॉब्लम रहता था कि अगर मैं बना तो लूँ, एडिट कौन करेगा, और इसमें टाइम लगता है, ये लगता है, वो लगता है. सो आई वीव्ड माई एंटायर प्रोसेस इन अ वे कि वो जो मेरे लिए आसानी है उसी में ही मैं सबको उसी में ले आया, रादर देन यू नो पीपल क्रिएट एन एनवायरनमेंट जहाँ आपको उनके मुताबिक चलना पड़ता है. बट चूँकि मेरी वो शॉर्ट कमिंग थी, तो मुझे कंफर्टेबल, मैं सिर्फ सेल्फी वीडियोस में ही था. सो आई ब्रॉट माई एंटायर ऑडियंस अराउंड दैट.